All right, so we're going to tell you right about now. So, guys, welcome on board. I want to say, first of all, the fact that you guys show up every week speaks a lot about, that we are taking this thing serious. You know. So, don't stop coming on board to learn, because for people that will actually be profitable with forex trading is a lot more psychological than any other thing, right? And showing up for these meetings, engaging in the community shows that you're on your path to actually making a living from forex trading. There are a lot of people that wish that they can make a living from forex trading, but they don't have the discipline to make a living from forex trading. All right. If you cannot show up for meetings every week, keep learning. There's no way you'll be disciplined as a trader. And what I've really found out that with forex trading, there's nobody that knows all. You cannot say that you've learned everything in forex, right? It's not possible. Even me myself, I'm still paying for mentorship. That's why when people tell me that my courses are expensive, I just laugh, because me, I know what I'm paying to access this information. All right, I'm paying $700, $1,000, just like that. All right, we spend so much on education, right? So we keep learning, we keep learning, we keep learning, because we have to get better. The forex market is not stagnant, right? Market condition last year is not market condition this year. Okay, the way dollar was behaving last year is better than the dollar was behaving this year. So we have to constantly upgrade our knowledge to know the best way to be profitable in this market. All right, as usual. So let's get straight into today's business. I would like to say this for people that are not joining us, or for reminder's sake. The goal of this weekly trainings is for two things, right? First thing is Q&A. There are a lot of people joining us newly, a lot of people going through the foundation lessons newly, right? So if you are here and then you're just going through the courses, these weekly Sunday meetings is an avenue for you to ask your questions, to get clarifications about things that are a bit fuzzy for you. All right. So you can come on these Sunday sessions and ask your questions. All right. So this will be the best way that I can explain some concepts to you, because most people that chat me up via text message, there's nothing I can really tell you that will be effective via text. But if you come online on Sundays, I can really show you everything practically, okay, in real time, and then you understand better, right? And then secondly, we are going to be doing analysis on this Sunday meetings. Now, as I'm doing analysis, you are also learning how to analyze for yourself. All right. So as I'm also upgrading my skill sets on this forex trading, these weekly sessions will reflect my skill set upgrades. So you'll be learning new things, even things that are not in the course. All right, because I'm actually working on an upgrade right now of the library, right? And then you'll be seeing some really small things as you learn, even though you are not on the mentorship platform. For people that are not on the premium platform, okay, you might get an idea, okay, as you join this weekly session. So it's a value packed resource, for people that recognize the value of what we offer. All right, so guys, ensure that you take advantage of everything you have access to. And then for people that are on this call, if you are on the mentorship group, you're on the premium group, ensure that you use everything available to you. All right, so uh, what's available to you is you have access to private mentorship, one-on-one sessions with me. All right, so within the 3 months or 6 months that you have access to, ensure that you take full advantage of everything. Okay, don't request for private sessions after 6 months or after 3 months. Okay, I'm not going to really attend to you like that. So within the confines of our agreement, right, you want to request for it. If you're in Cyprus, you can request for a private session, a one-on-one session, and then I'm going to meet with you physically. So I've been doing that for a number of people, right? And we are making progress with people individually, right? So if you're on the free community, even that, see, what you have access to, guys, for people on the free community, what you have access to is massive. I keep saying it, because nobody will really teach you forex for free like that, and then also give you access to mentorship, free mentorship. Nobody. Most people that are on YouTube, before they teach you a good strategy, you have to pay money, right? But here, we're giving you access to foundation lessons, we give you access to advanced lessons for free. And we give you a Telegram community that can ask questions and get clarifications. Nobody is doing this. I can really tell you that. Nobody. Right? So let's use what we have access to and recognize that this thing is valuable. All right. So if you have any pair that you want us to check out, type it in the chat box and then we analyze it. Guys, every week I try my best to post trade setups on the group, and then I also follow up with my entries and show you profits. I'm doing that not to show off, but to let you know that this setup that I'm posting can actually make you money. Okay, so last week we had a number of people made money on the group. If you are on the free group, you see people posting their screenshots. Okay, this system that we are working with, it works. It works. You only make money if you apply the principles that we teach. Right. So take your time. Decide that you learn and then you take action. Very, very important. And also, as I'm posting setups, take those setups, go to your own chart and mark up those same setups, and also wait for entries. Right? I might not tell you, I might not give you buy or sell entry, buy or sell alert. I've already given you the whole idea, the whole setup, and then based on the training, you know exactly what to look out for entries, and then you take entries, because there's no point giving us access to training, to mentorship, and then at the end of the day, I'm still the one telling you to buy or sell. So what's the essence of this time that we are spending with ourselves here? All right. So what's the essence of mentorship if at the end of the day I'm still giving us signals? Right. The best thing that can happen to anybody trading forex is to learn forex by themselves, to understand it by themselves. Right. Because I tell people, I have never met a six-figure trader that depends on signals. Honestly, I've not seen it. There's nobody making good income from forex trading that is depending on somebody else to give him signals. Nobody. People that make money trading forex are people that understand market structure. They go to market by themselves, and then they're able to pick trades by themselves. So get to that level that you are able to interpret the market for yourself, find setups, okay, and then you trade. Very, very important. So we're taking out gold and CHFJPY, which is Salim CHFJPY, Emeka gold, Valley Dreams gold. All right, so let's check out gold first, real quick. I want this, if you can finish under 1 hour, that would be great. I don't want this to be very, very long. Okay, gold, CHF, and GU. All right, so we have been checking out gold for a while now. And then we anticipated that gold was going to drop. Let me delete everything here. So gold. So if you have been following us last week, since 2 days ago now, we said that gold is in a demand zone if you are following us. All right. So based on this weekly interpretation, right, we have been waiting for gold to come to this demand level here. All right, so gold is in a demand zone. As soon as gold entered this place, okay, is when we're looking for buys. So for people that are looking for buys here, so let's go to the weekly setup and then look for buys. All right, so what do you look out for? your entry. Okay, so gold has been making this, 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 this. All right. So right now, gold is in a demand zone, you know. There's a break of structure here. All right, and then you can see which move broke the structure, this demand zone here. So when price broke this guy here, when price broke this guy here, so what we were waiting for was for retracement here. Okay, and then we go for longs. So this move already happened on 4 hours. We see a lot of moves here. Price came close, took out liquidity, and then we were put back into trade. So this happened July 25th. That's maybe on Monday or Tuesday. So right now, let's look for another entry. So this entry is past, is in the past. Let's find an entry that we can do. So let's understand the market structure real quick. So we already know that price is in a daily demand. So the best thing that we can do right now is to keep on weekly the demand zone. So we have strong buy action. Okay, we've seen liquidity grabs happen. So and then we also see this internal structure here. You can see this move here. Impulse correction. Okay, so based on this, we're expecting price to retrace into a supply zone. So if this move is going to happen, gold still has a lot of buy momentum to get to at least this zone here. So the best thing that we can do is to keep looking for buy setups into the zone. All right. So let's go to lower time frames and then find a buy setup. So let's go to, let's say, 4 hours. Here. So we have this move happening already. Price has taken off from 4 hours zone. So right now, price has, oh my god, sorry. Price has not made, so on the 4 hours, we have this move. Okay, swing, this is swing high right now. All right. So price has not broken this structure here to form a new high. Okay. Price has not broken to form a new high yet. So right now, I would not have a setup, an entry setup for gold yet. So what I'll wait for is a price for gold to enter this buy, this strong momentum. I want price to break this move here. So I want price to break this structure here to create a new high. So if price creates a new high, we know that for price to break structure, okay, only demand zones can break structure because this is a level in the market. So, and this is a demand zone here. So if I see a break of this structure, what I wait for is what? I wait for price to retrace into that demand zone, and then I look for buy opportunities. It's as simple as that. So now it's a waiting game. All right. So I hope that's clear. So that's what I would do, Mr. Valley Dreams and Jamaica. So that's what I would do. I'll wait for price to break this guy, and then retrace, and then I go for sells, and then I go for buys at this demand zone because the buyers are still in control because price is in a weekly demand, as we have seen, and then it still has huge momentum. Okay, even if you So another way that you can look at it, if you're trying to look at what retail traders might be waiting for. So this is a trend line. All right. So price might actually, so when you see this trend line, okay, don't let anticipate the market. All right. So let us wait for price to get here first. Yes, that's all. All right. So if price gets here on the 4 hours, so if you want to go to your 15 minutes and then look for entries. All right, just simple as that. Also, you want to take note of liquidity gaps here because this is also a demand zone. Okay, so this zone might hold, this zone might hold because when you go to, let's say, the 8 minute now, you see what I'm talking about clearly. Okay, and see, it's a demand zone. Demand zone. There's a cluster of demand zones, and then anyone can be used. So if you say you want to enter here, okay, price might just tap into the zone, take out liquidity here, and use the demand zone. All right. So let's check out GBP CHFJPY from also standing CHFJPY. This pair is one of my very favorite pairs. You know why I don't? We have 28 pairs in the market. I recommend, guys, even though you have a lot of pairs in the market, try not to, don't attempt to trade every pair. Because if you are trying to trade every pair, that means you're looking for setups on every pair, you're looking for entries on every pair. You might not be able to keep up, and then that will make you lose a lot of good setups. So my recommendation is have a maximum, 3 to 5 pairs that you want to focus on. Major 3 to 5 pairs, that you're actively looking for setup on. For me, I'm looking for setups mostly on Euro USD, on CHFJPY, on GU. That's why I don't really post a lot of setups on Telegram because I'm only looking at 1 or 2 pairs at a time. If I was looking for setups on every currency pair, trust me, there are a lot of things to trade every week. All right, so check out the pairs that you resonate with. It's a personal thing at the end of the day. Which pair makes the most sense to you? Which pair do you like the way it moves? Okay, when you like a pair, stick to that pair and look for setups on that pair. And then you'll be fine. I know people that are trading just one pair and then they're making a killing on just one pair, right? Now, the way we trade, we do not need to trade every day to be profitable. Like I always tell us, because of the nature of our risk to reward, okay? Trading harmony concepts, you can risk 1% and make 10%. So that means to make 20% profit on your capital every month, you only need to win, let's say, 2 or 3 trades for the whole month, and then you are done. Okay, you are not trading forex to trade currency pairs. You are trading forex to make money. Okay, there's a clear difference. So you are not in forex trading because you want to be placing trades. You are here because you want to make money. Okay, so you want to trade to make money, not to trade because you know how to trade. All right. So when you hit your targets, every month, close off for the week, go about your life. I always tell people when you're trading forex, try to have a second and extra income source. Okay. While starting out, don't attempt to make forex trading your only income source. It will really help your emotions, all right? Because you need the backup at the end of the day, right? So CHFJPY, let us analyze. Let's start from monthly. What's going on with this guy? Okay, so price is clearly in an uptrend on CHFJPY. You can see this break of structure here. So price broke structure here. Now, whenever we have a break of structure, we can expect a pullback. Okay, it's either we see a pullback because it's on the monthly, we can see a pullback, or we can see a continuation to the upside. All right, we don't know yet. So let's work with what is going on here. So on monthly, price is bullish. On weekly, what's price telling us? Okay, still bullish as well. All right, so we don't have any change of character yet on the weekly. So price is still very much bullish. So how do we know that price is about to retrace on our weekly? We should see nothing yet actually. So price should come here and break the structural zone. That's on weekly, right? So let's still go ahead. Let's take this for structure. So let's go to daily chart. So on daily chart, we have something like this, right? So we have this on daily chart. Price, this demand zone broke this. We have this retracement here, and then we have this move. That's on daily. So on daily is signaling that, okay, most likely maybe price is about to retrace. We don't know yet. Okay, because you can see this move was broken here. Okay, we have this move broken. So price did this, price broke this. All right, and then price retraced into the supply that broke this zone. This is supply zone. And then price failed. Price failed to break this first. Price failed to create a new high. So when that happened, okay, that means most likely price is going to break this supply. So the supply, right, over here, all right, the supply sides are active here. All right, so you can see price taking off from the supply zone. All right, good. So now we are trying to build a story. So this supply is very, very active. Okay, and then we are anticipating a retracement based on daily. We might be wrong. This might be a fake out actually, but let us work with what the market is telling us. All right, good. So let's go to the 8 hours. So 8 hours, as you can see, is giving us the same picture on a clearer picture. Okay, so price came back into the into the supply zone, and then what happened? Price picked up from there and then started going all the way down. Right? You can even see the internal structure on 8 hours here. Price, you can see this. Right? Price broke this zone. I missed this trade last week. I missed it. Price broke this zone. And then what did price do? Price retraced. What did it retrace to? Into the demand. Rather, into the supply rather. Okay, drop, rally based drop. Okay, you can see price tapped in here. Price tapped in here, and then we saw the move to the downside. So we could have looked for an entry on 15 minutes, okay, or lower time frame here to sell this move down into the demand, right? So based on what we have access to right now, price has failed to create a new high here. Okay, price failed to break this zone. So when that happens, most likely this low right here has to be broken. All right, this low has to be broken. And then as you can see, this is a lot of liquidity for the market. Okay, this is a liquidity area here. Area of liquidity. You can see lots of swing lows here. All right, so the sellers are active. We're anticipating price to see come down and take out liquidity here and form a new low, and then possibly that might be the move that will inform the retracement based on our monthly analysis. Maybe the move that inform the retracement into this demand zone here. So possibly we are seeing a setup on daily that will inform the move into the demand zone, and then when price get back here, we can look for buy. All right. So we already saw a setup that already aligned last week on the 8 hours and lower time frame. So right now, what should we look out for? How can we get another entry? We know that supply is in control. All right. So right now, this is also a demand zone. You can see drawbridge rally. Okay. Right here, price is in a demand zone. All right. But right now, unless I see a change of character here, this demand zone might not hold because the sellers are still in control. So how will I know if this demand zone will hold? This demand zone here. This is a demand zone. Okay, we took it forward. So we're anticipating a buy move, but we must know that not all demand zones or supply zones will be respected based on higher time frame movement. So price is here right now, okay, and then from the top we can see that there is a very aggressive move here. Now all these kind of moves can only be done by BFIs. Okay, so price quickly hit that demand zone because of strong buy pressure. You can see a week was formed. Okay, but that's not enough for us to know that okay, price is going to start going up. No. So if price will start going up, we want to see something that will inform us that okay, there's a change of character. All right. So maybe something like this. We already saw this. All right. So if price will start going up, and then I want to look for something like so. This is. All right, so I want price to do this what? Okay, price will. Let me make it clear. So we already saw this move down. Sorry, let me change this color real quick. All right, fine. Hold on, let me change this color. Now we already saw this down move. All right, down move. So I want price right now to break this zone. If I should break this zone, I'm up move. Price should come down and form a new low, right? If that happens, I want price to now come up here, break this zone. So that will be the change of character that I'm looking for. Okay, so once that happens, I'll now look for a retracement into the supply zone that broke the zone. So when that happens, I wait for price to retrace into this supply. When that happens, this is the 8-hour chart. Same thing you see on the 4-hour chart. I was looking for entries on 15 minutes here. Let's go to the 4 hours, maybe to be clear on the 4 hours. Okay, you can see this is a 4-hour chart. Now on the 4 hours chart, okay, how can we interpret this movement on the 4-hour chart? Price is on the demand zone. Okay, if you want to refine this to 4 hours, this is the demand zone. This is a demand zone here. This rally, this rally, this move here. Okay, this is also a demand zone. So we can say easily. So on the 4 hours now, this is the demand zone. Good. So you have refined it for the 4 hours. So now to see a change of character on the 4 hours. Right now, based on what price is doing right now, we want to see price break the zone. So if price go up and break the zone, we now wait for price to retrace back into this supply, and then we'll look for buy entries. That's the only way that I'll know that, okay, this demand zone here is going to hold, because price is strong on supply. I don't know if that's clear, Mr. Salim. So I wait for a change of character here, an indication that, okay, the buyers want to enter the market. All right, so I would update you on the group, because personally, I'm also looking for entries on this guy. Okay, but right now the supplies, the sellers still have it on CJPY. So if you are going to look for entries, okay, on CJ right now, because price is still very much bearish. All right, can I consider this as a demand zone? Now we can. So when you look for price to do this, I'm meeting demand and supply as a supply zone. So you want price to come up here. If price come up here, and then this zone is not violated, if you see a sell entry here, if this supply zone does not get taken out, and then you see a sell setup here, all right, that means our targets will be here to form a new low, and the price is still very much in that demand zone. All right, so over here, I will look for a sell on 15 minutes or 8 minutes. If during the week we see price come into the zone, if this zone does not get broken, does not get taken out, okay, it's a valid signal for a sell. All right, so we are waiting. So let me set an alert here actually. So when price gets to that zone, I'm notified and then I look for entries. All right, so somebody asks USD card. No, GBP USD. And then we'll do USD card. GBP USD real quick. So let's start with everything. Let's start from monthly. Guys, let me know if you are following. If this looks abstract to you, kindly go through the education. You understand. If you are going through the education and then you are following, you understand what I'm doing so far, please type in yes. Give me some feedback. Okay, let me know if you're understanding this concept and analysis. All right, thank you. All right, so GBP USD. GBP USD. What is this guy telling us on monthly? So on monthly, this guy is bearish on monthly. So that means the dollar is actually strong, right? On monthly time frame. All right, so that's general trend of the market. On weekly, what can we see? On the weekly, we are also seeing the strong move on the weekly. Okay, the internal structure on weekly price is in a demand, and then we are seeing a reaction on the demand zone. All right. We're also seeing on the swing move here, price is internal, is in this is a supply here. All right. So this is also a supply. So price is in a supply on weekly. Okay, this is a CP pattern and then this is swing supply. So we might see a setup here, or we see a setup here, and then we'll continue to sell. Oh. Okay, so let's check out what daily is telling us. All right, good. So we are seeing the same kind of market movement on daily as well. This is GPUSD. Okay, if you refine this, impulse, correction, impulse. Okay. Okay. So price is in a demand, is in supply zone already. So this is a daily structure. So price is in a daily supply zone right now. So this supply zone might hold or not, we don't know. Okay, but right now price is in the zone. If you go to the 30 minutes, let's go to 30 minutes and look for entries. So on 30 minutes, what do we have? We have the swing structure here. Rally base drop here. And then what is the trend of the market into that zone? We have price doing this. Pulse, correction. All right. And then you have this. You have this small internal structure here. And then you have this. So right now, what should we wait for? Waiting for price to break either of these structures. So price broke this structure. Price has broken this structure. All right. So right now, you are waiting for price to come back into this. So if price comes back into this, okay, I'm going to look for sell entries. All right, so this is what I'll wait for. Okay, but watch out though. This particular supply zone, okay, is not a very strong supply. This next one is a stronger supply. So if you enter here, mind your risk management properly. All right. So that's what I'll do on GU. I'll wait for price to come here. So let's set an alert here. So when price gets there, you can look for entries. So you can also possibly look for further confirmation if you like going to a lower time frame, let's say 1 minute or 2 minutes, and look for the same break of structure entry, and then you go for a sell. All right. Let's go for someone asks USD card, right? USD card real quick. So let's start from the monthly, to have a general overview of the market, general trend and market structure. So what do we have for this guy? Nothing really solid on monthly. Let's go to weekly and get something we can trade sometime. Now we have a monthly pullback here. On the weekly, we have it as an uptrend. We have this move here. Internal structure. With a new high, internal, a new high, a new high. And then, so these are an uptrend on weekly, which is a pullback on monthly. Price is retracing into a demand. All right. So price is retracing into this. We can see it's very, very clear. Retracement into this demand zone. Okay. So if price should get here, this would be a good spot to look for a buy setup. All right. So right now we are also seeing something like this. We just saw a break of structure here. And then you can see which move broke this structure. This supply zone here. A lot of times price generally tend to do this. So you see retracement into that supply before price get here. So it will be very nice to see if we can find a buy move into the supply zone. When price gets into the supply zone as well, look for a sell move into the demand zone. All right. So we are just trying to understand what the price is doing and then create a story around it based on our understanding of market structure. So we don't have an entry yet. So let's go to the daily chart and see exactly what is going on daily. All right, so let's mark it out again on daily. There you go. All right. Now this internal structure has been broken on daily. All right, so we might see a continuation to the downside into this demand zone. We don't know yet. Or what we can also see is a retracement up into the supply for price to now push down to the zone. So we are looking for an entry. So let's try and find a possible entry. So let's go to the 8 hours chart. So this is 8 hours chart. On the 8 hours chart, what can we see? We can see a downtrend on 8 hours. You can see this move, impulse, correction, this. Okay, so price is already moving to form a lower low on 8 hours. Price is forming equal lows right now. So this week we might see this sell move break this BOS, and then we'll look for entries for sell. The price retraces into the supply zone on 8 hours, right? Because this is a supply zone. If we see a break of the zone, the move that broke the zone is this demand zone right here. This is last up move for the sell. This is a supply zone rather. So if this red candle now, if this week we see a break of the zone, the move that broke this zone is the supply zone. If we see a retracement into that supply zone, we look for sell entries for the continuation to the downside. All right, because the trend is still very much bearish. So 4 hours as well. Okay, we'll make it a bit clearer for you. You can see it on the 4 hours. Let me delete everything. All right, so if this zone gets broken, okay, this is the supply that broke the zone. So now you're waiting patiently for a break of this zone and then retracement into this zone. So when this happens, you look for entry on the 15 minutes somewhere here. And if that entry aligns, you sell it down into the weekly demand. This is the demand zone here. Remember our analysis. This is a weekly demand here. All right. So from the 4 hours, we are able to see that, okay, this is a possibility. So how many pips from here to here? So from here, so this is just about 90 pips. So it's not much. So if price will get to this demand zone, it might happen this week or next week if price will get here. All right. So we're waiting patiently. So once this break happens, I start looking for entries for a sell when price retraces into that supply. Is that there? That's Mr. Who has that question for you? Well, Mr. Is it Chico there? Is that you? All right, so let's check out Eurocard by Mr. Desmond. Eurocard. Eurocard real quick. First, yeah. Right. So let's go to the monthly real quick. So what is the monthly telling us on Eurocard? Let's have an overview of the market real quick. So I like to zoom out and understand. Okay. So let me ask a question. Based on this guy, what do you think the market is doing? Check it out properly. Is price on the monthly chart now, is price in an uptrend or downtrend? What do you think of the market now? Check it out properly. Is price in an uptrend or downtrend? Check it out. Type your answer in the chat box. Okay, so downtrend is another saying down to demand or downtrend, respecting supply. Okay, who else? Aquarium is saying downtrend. Right. Okay, downtrend. Okay, so price is in a downtrend. The supply zone is very, very active on monthly. Right, so we are all correct. Let's go to the weekly charts and find something to trade. So on weekly, we are seeing the supply strength on weekly here. All right, so we are seeing this impulse, correction, impulse, now mini structure here, impulse. All right, so what can we wait for? This is the break of structure. This is the supply zone. That's the supply zone. So on weekly now, if we see a move like this, move that retraces into this supply, we can look for sales to continue the move all the way down. All right, but we don't know if that is going to happen yet. We don't. So price is still very much here. We know that it's a strong downtrend. So let's go to daily chart and see what's going on. All right. So hold on. Before we do that, let me check if price is in demand on monthly. So we will know if price wants to have a bit of retracement. So check out what monthly said. So we're also in structure. So let's move this, 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 this. So we are in a very strong demand actually. On the monthly, you can see, let me do everything for you. Over here, price in the demand zone here. All right, this is a demand level here. The demand level is also a demand level. So we're in a demand zone on monthly. So possibly because this is a monthly demand, is a high time frame demand zone, we should expect some form of reaction or retracement in these zones. So if we know that okay, price is in demand zone, so on lower time frames, we can look for opportunities to buy. Okay, to look for buy setups here into a retracement, into a supply zone. Right, so and then weekly is giving us something. Go to weekly, we are seeing possible move. If you go to daily, so what are they telling us real quick? So This is telling us that the sellers are still very, very active because we've not seen any change of character yet for demand. So we are seeing this. Okay, so there's no change of direction yet for a buy. So we are still looking for sales. So right now, you should look out for, based on this daily chart now, this is the next possible supply. This CP supply zone. Based on this is the break of structure here. So we can still wait for price to retrace into this one. If this happens, all right. If not, what we can see on Eurocard will be for price to form a low. If price forms a low here, that means this will be the break of structure over here. And then we'll start looking for price to retrace into the supply. So this is a supply here. So if this happens, if price breaks this lower low here and forms a new lower low, so we look for price to retrace into this supply zone, and then we now look for buys to continue. All right. Right now, there's no, we have no structural background to look for buys yet because there's no reason to buy yet. Right? We are only provided with supply strength. So we look for chances to sell. Remember, you want to be on the side of the money. Okay, good. So this is what I'll wait for on Eurocard. So let's see. Let me check if there's something to look at for 4 hours. Okay, so we have an internal structure on the 4 hours here. So if price will break this zone, actually, price will take off. So check out the internal structure on the 4 hours. So we have this impulse correction, impulse correction. Okay, so we can say impulse here, correction. Price is taking off from this supply zone here. You can see the supply. All right. So we're expecting price to maybe break this structural area here. Now price is at a supply here, a CP supply here. All right. So let me put a marker here real quick. So let's go to 15 minutes chart and see if we can look for a sell. Now this is where price is, guys. Check it out. This is the zone here. Supply zone. All right. Now let's check out the move that happened into the zone. So we have impulse correction, internal structure. Okay. This, and this. So now we've seen a change of character. Price broke this zone. So now you are waiting for price. So price has broken this zone now. So now you want price to what? Retrace back into the zone. So if price should do this, you want to look for some opportunities here. You want to sell price. Okay, so this would be a good sell if it aligns. So that might be the move that will now break this break of structure area. So you have 1 to 9, 1 to 10 risk to reward on this guy here. So you're just waiting for price to come back into the zone. So let's set an alert here. An alert. Great. Okay. So that's for you, Mr. Who has that question? Eurocard. Who asked Eurocard again? Mr. Desmond. So that's for you. So that's what I'll wait for based on what price is giving us on 4 hours. So there's a setup, there's an entry setup on 15 minutes. So if price should come back into the zone, you want to look for sales. Look for sales. All right, good. Any more business for tonight? Any more questions? If you want me to unmute you have a question, a personal question you want to ask, let me know. Just type in the chat box if you want me to unmute you, and then you ask your question. All right. So we have been here for 1 hour. Any questions before we call it a night? All right. But if you have gotten value so far, guys, give me some feedback on the chat box. Let me know if this is worth it. Type in value in the chat box. Type in value. Type in value, guys. Good. Let's get the energy pumped. Okay, thank you, Omni. Desmond. Who else? Who else is getting value from this? Good. Awesome. So who wants to ask a question? If you want me to unmute you, let me know before we call it a night. If you can understand market structure properly, it will be easy for you to make analysis. Okay, so understand the story that the market is painting, and then look for setups in line with that story, in line with market structure. You'll be fine. You will be fine. All right. So as you see setups as well, you can post your setups on the free Telegram community, and then look at it together and look for setups and entries together. All right. So any questions? If I don't see a question in the next 1 minute, 2 minutes, we'll start rounding up this session. All right. So right now, the recordings of these sessions will now only be made available to people on the premium group. All right. So right now, you wouldn't see, if you go to the free library for the free community, you wouldn't see the weekly sessions recordings anymore. All right. So right now, it's only available for people on the premium. All right. So for people on the free platform, to increase engagement, so you have to start showing up for these free sessions. Okay. These sessions in itself are very, very valuable. Right. All right, good. So let's already know. So guys, as I see setups that I want to trade for the week, I will post on the group. All right, so be on the lookout and ensure that you are trading. Okay, like I said, even if you're not trading on your live account, you should be trading on demo. Okay, trade on demo. Don't start trading live until you are profitable on demo. Okay, there's no joy in blowing accounts. I always say that you don't need to blow accounts anymore. You don't. Right? So take your time. Mr. Valley Dreams, stop drawing on my screen. So take your time to practice. As we post setups on the group, mark up those setups on your own trading view as well, and look for entries. Okay, don't be afraid to take a loss. Okay, making losses is part of is business. There's no way you will do business, any business, and then you don't lose at the point in time. So forex is business as well. It's currency business. It's exchange business. Just that you are not holding physical cash. All right. Good. So if you have any questions, feel free to always post some questions on the Telegram chat, and then we'll do my best to. Yes. I think they've started contacting some people actually, Mr. Perry. So maybe this week you'll be contacted. Okay, there's no problem. All right, so just follow up with me. Is that okay? All right. So guys, thank you so much for coming on this Zoom call. I appreciate your presence. I wish us all the very, very best this new trading week. May it be a profitable one for everybody. Amen. So I'll see you on the chat. Let's have a profitable week, guys. Cheers. Bye-bye.